Yeah, I'm here with Kyle Edwards, our senior shortstop and captain. And, it was a hard-fought game. You got to give Detroit credit. They got the big hits when they needed it, certainly. And, the 2-4 spots got to us in the first and the seventh. And, again, it was, our Achilles heel this year has been free bases. And we struck him out 10 times, and we gave him 10 freebies, 7 walks, and 3 hit batters, and you can't do that with a good offensive club. It kick starts them, that's just been our nemesis when it hasn't gone our way. We got back in the game there, 4-2, and a little unlucky. Schrader hits the line drive off Hubble's forearm, and we got to go get him. He's been throwing the ball good for us. So sometimes that's baseball and how it goes. But I'm proud of this group. I told them, they fought it out hard to the very end, and at the end of the day, you got beat by a couple teams that are probably going to end up in the NCAA tournament and play for a while. So there's no shame in that. And we did play every single game on the road, so it was a long year.
All right, open for questions. Go ahead, Pierce.
Pierce Sharper for ODU Athletics coach. We talked yesterday about some guys having to step in the roles and compete. We got a little bit of that today with Kellen Davis and Hunter Baines there at the end. Can you just talk about their collective efforts?
Yeah, Kellen was fantastic. He comes in there and gives us 3 innings. I thought he threw the ball real well, and just what we needed to get back in the game, which we did. And then, it got away from us a little bit. Had to bring Ben back on short rest, and he gave up a couple hits. And unfortunately, we had to bring him in there earlier than we wanted to because of that.
Kyle, for you, as a team captain, having been on the road for so much this year, can you just talk about looking back, what you're taking away from this season?
I think the biggest thing is it's not much of the, being on the road, it was tough, but it was a challenge, and, we agreed. We signed a deal that we were going to go on the road and do this, so without any complaints and without, all that blaming and complaining and stuff. So it was just a challenge, and I think we took it head on and just tried to, do our best every day and compete, and, might have ended today, but, it was a good challenge just for life in general, too. Like, you might be on the road in life a lot sometimes. You just got to attack it head on and compete.
Gary Williams with the Monarchs. Coach, talk about Ethan getting hit in the arm. What's his status? How is he doing?
He's hurting right now. He's got it looks like a baseball attached to his elbow. It swelled up pretty good when I went out there. It hit him flush, so he wasn't going to be able to go. And I thought Alex came in and did a good job that inning, and just couldn't finish the next one, unfortunately. So that's just how it goes. Sometimes the ball just doesn't quite bounce your way, and it bounced Troy's way today. And it was a game they needed to win, and they played like it. Trying to play their way into the NCAA tournament, and they played well. So you got to give them credit.
You got a little bit of a spark there late with Zach hitting the triple and then Matt going deep. What did that do for the dugout?
Well, anytime you're trying to get back in the game, so a couple extra base hits, can get you some momentum. We just didn't do enough behind it to get us what we needed. So, that's just how it goes. We were down the line in our pitching. I thought Hunter Baines came in and threw the ball well. It'd be a good something for him to build on in the future.
And then for both of you guys, from Harry Minium, Kyle, you kind of touched on this. Just talk about the perseverance and the resilience of this group.
We were tough. We attacked every day with the same mentality and just tried to, you said it earlier in the season, even for the home games, we took a bus to the game. So, it was definitely tough, because when you're used to playing there for 3 years and you can just walk 10 steps across 43rd Street and get to the field, it's a lot different, but it's baseball. Sometimes it shouldn't matter where the game is played, as long as you get to play an opportunity to compete, and that's all it was.
Yeah, it's something that no one can really understand unless you have to go through it. We didn't have a normal home crowd ever. There's a reason you win more games at home. Our home games were played on a field we never practiced on. And only played a few games on. So that was difficult. These guys came to play. They finished 6th in one of the best leagues in the country. So they should hold their heads high on that. And although we had a losing record, which is rare for ODU baseball, just playing the schedule we played all on the road. You know, that's extremely difficult, and you know they went after it, and we competed very, very hard and very well over the course of the year.